monster.
Hey guys, Cloning72 here, and today I have for you a 4-part mini-series as we try to take down 3 marks of excellence on the Centennial T95. Just kidding! Deja vu, am I right or am I right? So yesterday, when we had our first game in the Centennial T95, after that I decided to switch over to the Huntsman because I thought about 3-marking that as well. I was going to go back and forth. And so we played the game on the Huntsman, and we came right back to the Centennial, and this was our very next game. Deja vu, am I right or am I right? This time we are on Cliff, same spawn, same game mode, but it's a tier 9 game. And we are doing our very, very best to try to get to the middle without getting shot at. This was an all or nothing play, yes it was. But I thought, you know what, if we can make it, it is worth it. And we do it. We put a shell into their Centennial, and now we're gonna put another shell into him and hopefully finish him off. He should have stopped. When that many tanks got spotted and already made it, he should have stopped. I would have stopped if he had beaten me there and a couple other tanks had committed to the center. But because they didn't, I felt like I could come here. He, on the other hand, should have stopped, turned around, and went the other way. 110% definitely. Now this is not going to be as fast as yesterday's game, but it's still going to be fast. T10 in the distance that we're going to be able to find a shot on him. This time we don't have tanks rushing us right here, which is a little bit sad. So, you know, it's like, we were able to use our gun depression. And also, CJ, I think he's in the... Is he here this time? Yeah, I saw him. He's in the Chrysler. And Grunt of Spades joined us, and he's in his Freedom. Put a shell into the side of the funnel, and that actually went high and went into space armor, but it still went in, luckily for us there. And we do hit his ammo rack. So, like I said, from this position, you're able to shoot things, especially if you get V-range, as they try to cross and go into the, I'm going to immediately load my gold after I shoot that. I don't want to mess with the funnel and frontal plate. I really don't. You can shoot them as they try to cross to get into the brawl position or the fighting zones over on my left a little bit. But you do have to have at least a little bit of V-range. And gun depression helps, good turret helps, and we have both of those. Just a big cupola. The one issue with this spot, like I mentioned before in the last video, is of course artillery. And that was an artillery shell there. I think that was an artillery shell. And it whizzes by us. Now we're making a bold play. Put a shell on the move into that guy. Switching back to our standard rounds as we're now going to feast on this leopard prototype. Hopefully he won't notice us. We put a shell into him, and you know, he's somebody's pointing a gun at us. It's not the leopard. He is too busy with people in front of him. He bounces a shell off his upper plate. Good job there. But somebody does have the gun pointed at us. Yes, it is the T71DA. He's not going to have the penetration to go through us, and he's just bouncing shot after shot after shot off of our upper plates, unfortunately for him. And that guy goes down. We're going to be able to put a shot in. No, we're not. I should have squeezed the trigger a little bit faster there, but we do not. Our pens are going up slowly but surely. Now this E75, we're going to be able to find some shots into the E75. No, we're not. Now we're going to turn around. That T71 is reloading, and we're not spotted. So let's see if we can put some shots into some tanks down here. Waffle Spore spotted around that corner. I think he thinks he's safe, but he doesn't know where I am, because look at, we can see the front of his tank. We put a shell into him. We damaged his engine. Turning around to make sure those light tanks, no, they're preoccupied. This is good news, but will I put a shot into one of them? Maybe. Boom! No, I guess not. I'm turning my armor around now because he was looking. Okay, he stopped looking. I can focus on what's behind me again. Oh, I don't want to really capture the base. It looks like we're kind of capturing the base right now, but that's something we'll worry about later. Can we put some shots into these guys? Artillery is spotted. Changing my attention to him. He's an easy one shot. And, of course, it goes down into his tracks. And we don't have the best rate of fire in this tank, so he is going to get away, unfortunately. But maybe we'll put some shots into these guys. Hopefully he won't be paying any attention to us. Put a shell into the tracks of the Borsig. Instead of hitting his tank, we instead hit his tracks. But this shot should go straight, and it does. And our CJ leaves us. I think he YOLO'd because he had company, so that's why he died. Shell, we tried to overmatch the side of his tank because we're not going to go through his front. We are unable to. There's the T71. We're going to put another shell into him. Nope, never mind. Yes, we are. Boom, it goes in. 228 damage done there, I think, is what I saw with my small screen. Are we going to be able to put any more shells into this Borsig? Hopefully, because we weren't able to really put effective fire in him before. Wow, that hit the rock. What a great thing to do. Like, your gun is pointed past the rock, but it still goes into the rock because reasons. Coming up behind this Yag Tiger, we're going to put a shell in him. He's got tanks in front of him, so clearly he won't turn and give his side to them. Just kidding, of course he will. Ha! immediately turns around to kill the clone guy instead of focusing on the 3 different tanks he was fighting from the front. We're going to put a shell in his lower plate. Unfortunately, it does not penetrate, but it does track him, which is kind of weird because our circle was not on his tracks. But once again, of course, we're experiencing our new internet. It says we're getting 5 bars, but I've been getting a lot of that server reticle issue where you turn your gun and snap a shot in, which I have not had since I moved to Idaho. And now we're going to finish that guy off. Put the shell in. That was AP shell he fired at us, and he misses us. Good thing that didn't hit us. If we didn't stop, we would be dead. So he goes down. Now we're going to put some shots into this Borsig. Hopefully, there it goes, and it goes true, and it goes into his tank. We're going to put another shell into the back of his tank. Are we going to be able to finish him off here? Yes, we are. 205, and he goes down. Sergeant Pinky goes down. Now, as the other flank has pushed through, we're going to try to put some shells into them. Goes into his side. We're going to load some gold rounds now. Some APCR, some skill, and go after these tier 9 heavy tanks. In my opinion, the 202 millimeters that this thing gets, or 201, I can't remember exactly what it is. I think it's 202. It's not quite enough to really deal with these tanks, but we are going to, so we're going to switch to our premium rounds, put a shell into the side of the T10, but he finishes off. Run with spades. This next cell should finish him off. Yes, it does. It goes in, and he goes down. There's another T10. We're switching to a standard now, because I thought I was going to have to brawl. And so that's why I loaded the gold, in case I had to fight both of them at once. But now that we're still full health and that guy's really low, I decided to load AP because I only have to penetrate him once. Going up over the ridge, we're going to push shell into his lower plate. Instead, it goes into his tracks. But now we're going to hug him, hope he doesn't pen us. He does penetrate us there. We're going to put a shell in his lower plate this time. Super angle lower plate, we do not penetrate him that time. But this time, instead, we're just going to use our gun depression and just put it straight through. And it does go in. And we finish him off. He has 20 damage ribbons, 4 kills, 1 tracked, and 4 assists. Hopefully, we got an ace from that. That's what we're hoping for. And what is it going to be? We make 117,000 credits, 4,600 damage, 780 assists, high caliber, ace tanker, and Confederate. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow in part 3. So stay tuned.